Good morning.
Hey, yo, what the?
10KTV.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of the Tuesday episode of 10K TV presented by 10,000 Takes. My name is Bossman. I am joined by journalist Jake and Sarge. And before we get into the show, just want to give a quick shout out to Captain's Patch, folks. Now that hockey is fully back and the home swing is coming back to the G spot here, I think Friday. The team returns from the East Coast. You can get Captain's Patch in sections 105, 115, or the self-pour section in the club level. Once again, Captain's Patch, you can go to captainspatch.com to find out where else to get it near you. But if you go to a Wild game, if you go to a Frost game, or you go to a concert, make sure to get it at the Grand Casino Arena. I'm getting better at this, by the way. I want to say X so bad.
Yeah, I still say the X nonstop, and I gotta stop because it is Grand Casino. I
gotta
gotta get
move
over
on.
it. We do have to move on. It's just like a transitionary period, like we did with TCF Bank Stadium into Huntington Bank Stadium.
Yep.
And I'll still even catch myself saying TCF Bank Stadium once in a while, but we do move on. You get used to it.
Hey, great transition, Jake. Well done there.
All right.
So the Gophers took down the Cornhuskers. PJ now goes 7-1 in his career against Nebraska, winning 6 in a row. Mm-hmm. We own Nebraska.
We do officially, and they suck. Nebraska officially stinks. They suck.
They're bad.
And
they were ranked, Jake.
They were ranked 25th. To be completely honest with you, I don't know how and why they were ranked, but we technically beat a ranked team, and PJ Fleck now has the most wins as against ranked teams amongst any other past or present University of Minnesota Golden Gopher football coaches. So
Wow.
that's a big accomplishment for PJ Fleck, and
Yeah.
a lot of people will rip on him, but you know what? He's beat the most ranked teams amongst any other Gopher coach in history of this program.
Has he won more bowl games than any other coach in history now at this point?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, when did the bowl era come into existence? Oh, wow.
Sorry.
You're just checking the audio?
No, I was trying to look up. that.
He was trying to watch porn
and
again.
I was checking in on her.
During the show.
Yeah, I don't know. Was that our audio or was that
That's
the
our
beginning of a
audio.
porn
It's
video?
working. It's working.
That did kind of sound like a porn intro, Sir Sergeant.
I already looked at porn today. So.
TMI.
yeah,
And you're
dude.
probably not joking either.
I am not.
Oh
no.
my gosh.
What happens now? Are we supposed to high five you? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know. Congratulations.
I was gonna say this game on Friday night. I actually have to walk back a take that I had Friday night. On Friday night I said Dylan Raiola needs to stop pretending to be Patrick Mahomes because he's a good quarterback. He can be his own person. I retract that take. He's not a good enough quarterback to be his own. I would double down on copying Mahomes at this point and staying relevant that way because he was fucking terrible. Outside of that one pass he had in the first quarter where he was somehow falling to the ground and like shuffled it forward in a Mahomes like way to complete it. I think that was the only thing he did good like the entire day.
Yeah, I wasn't there for the warm-up. I don't know if he did his Patrick Mahomes-esque warm-up that he usually does to try to copy Mahomes, but we did not see it.
Where he like
Any-
he sprints all the way down the field and then like jumps up and down like where he's pulling his legs up to his chest and
This really weird stuff that you could literally line up the warm-up videos side by side. He does exactly
the way
what
he like
Mahomes
chews
does.
on his mouth guard during the game.
Yeah, and like kind of cocks his head and walks like what are
He's not a
it's
good
very
enough. I
bizarre.
don't think he's good enough anymore on his own.
No.
He's got to keep doing this. I think because at first I was like, you can be your own guy. After seeing what I saw, I saw Athens Kaliak-Manis play 10 times better of a game than Dylan Raiola did. So yeah, maybe it's time
Purdue
to
did
just
too.
lean into copying Mahomes.
I know. Maybe you need to actually do that. I know we make fun of him, but yeah, there was nothing that even remotely was even close to Mahomes on that field for Nebraska on Friday, and it was great for us, for the Gophers, because they kicked their ass.
Yeah.
Nebraska didn't do jack shit.
9 sacks.
Yeah, it was insane. Yeah, that was like
9
a program
sacks.
record, I think.
Has to be.
Yeah, 9 sacks in a game. I think that's what I saw. So PJ definitely deserved to jump onto his players after the game in the locker room, as cringy as that is to a lot of people. But you know what?
It's not cringy when you beat a ranked team.
No, not at all. I don't care who it is. And we not only, beat them. I mean, it was 24-6. It's not like we won 42-6 or anything, but I mean, by a Big Ten team standard, that and how we played, that was a blowout. I mean, we kicked their
0
ass. We
points allowed
dominated
in
them.
the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. I think Drake Lindsey threw for almost 200 yards, something like that. Darius
Taylor 148 and a tutty.
Yeah,
It's good to have him back. I'll tell you that much.
it is. I will say it's like he is losing a little bit of speed watching him, but he is big. He does, make, I think, open lanes for himself. He's very agile. So, but no, it was very satisfying to watch. I'm not going to lie.
You ripped your shirt off.
I did. And that white dress shirt is now ripped. It's basically, I can't wear it anymore. So I probably, that white dress shirt has been worn for a long time now. It's probably time to buy a new one anyway.
Was that your idea? Who told you? Did Zane tell you to do that?
I think I was influenced by a couple folks around me.
Oh, it was the
including
people around you.
I think
Is it that one
Zane-
guy who's just always like bouncing all over the place,
Yep.
high-fiving
I
everyone?
think that's Peter. Shout out to Peter. He has also taken off his shirt before. I think he was just like, take off your shirt. I think some other people were yelling, take off your shirt, because I was just getting so into it. And it may or may not have had to do with the ashtray shots we did before the game.
Yeah.
I was just
That
about
got
to
me
bring that
tuned
up.
up. That got me tuned up.
We haven't done anything crazy for a tailgate this year. Like, we've pretty much just, had a couple beers in various spots. I mean, maybe a one time a mimosa bar. Shout out to the fellows who tailgate in the Days Inn parking lot. They went through 7 liters of root beer schnapps and like a shit ton of Fireball. Like, those guys drink more hard liquor by itself than they do beer, which is crazy for a tailgate. Although it was a Friday night game after, like, it'd be different if that was 7 a.m., which it sounds like they do the exact same thing for the 11 a.m. games. But, yeah, dude, that's the drunkest I've been going into a game probably all season. But
That was insane.
I think we got to talk about maybe the most controversial part of this game, at least via discussion online, was the storming of the field. Now, I'll say my piece first. Yeah. I think if you beat a ranked team as an underdog, no matter what, I think it's fair to storm the field. Also, I also believe that a ton of fully grown adults should not have an opinion on what college kids do, unless they're your own kids. Maybe that's okay, but we shouldn't be in our 30s and 40s like saying it's cringy for college kids to storm the field when they're college kids and we're adults.
I would 120% agree. And I might be biased because, I love the Gophers. I went there. I had stormed the field in the past. But students are going to find any excuse to storm the field and rush the field and have a good time. I think the Gophers were 8.5 point. I think it was maybe 7 points by the time. By kickoff, that they were 7-point underdogs.
Nebraska fans were talking a ton of shit before the game. We're ranked. This team is different. We have Dylan Raiola. Our tight end is also somehow engaged, just like Travis Kelce. So, yeah, no, it was definitely like a explosion of emotion.
Yeah, it was. They totally deserve that. Students might not get that. Not every student over the course of their 4 years or however many years they're there gets to storm the field and be on the field after a game. So take that opportunity. They're technically ranked. Great. Go out there.
Do like 10 guys decide to do it and then everyone does it? Or like does someone at the front of the student section yell storm or something? Or how does it even start?
Because when I was I stormed the field, or students stormed the field at a game that was probably a lot more controversial, in a game they probably shouldn't storm the field. I think it was like my sophomore or junior year. We beat Purdue on a last-second field goal, but they weren't ranked. I don't think. Yeah, and I think this was the first time we had beat Purdue. It was under Jerry Kill, or it might have been Jerry Kill's last year. We beat Purdue, and I thought it was a little weird. We were storming the field. But
see, that is bad.
That's horrible.
But it was when we had Ryan Santoso, if you remember him, as a kicker, and he kicked like a 55-yard field goal to win the game.
That's cool.
Which was great. But then there was someone like, if he hits this field goal, we're storming the field. Someone was down there. It just starts with the first row. I was like in the third row. You start going down, it's like a domino effect, and everybody's like, oh, fuck, we're storming the field.
Was that also a night game?
No. I think it was an 11 a.m. game.
Because night games, the crowd is always going to be the drunkest.
Yeah.
So, like, I understand if it happens more frequently at night games. Like, we stormed, I didn't personally, but USC last year. I mean, that was a pretty big win.
That was a big win at the time. USC,
but that was also a night game. Like, when you allow people to drink all day and then end their day at the stadium, they're going to look for, any type of, not necessarily violence, but physical release of energy. Yes. And, yeah, dude, like I said, I don't think 40 and 50-year-olds should call it cringy that 20-year-olds are doing what 20-year-olds do.
Yeah, and I think it's more pathetic when it's around people our age criticizing it. You probably know there's some people that we know that were criticizing the fact that that's not a good look on your school, Jake. That's not a good. What do you mean that's not a good look on it? We won 24-6 over a
Against
ranked opponent.
team. A team that PJ is now 7-1 against.
Yeah, we used to.
He's earned that.
I think before PJ came in, granted, when Nebraska came into the Big Ten in 2011, they had Rex Burkhead. They were a very good football team, and we were fucking Tim Brewster's shit shows, you know.
Right, just begging for wins.
Right, and so I'm just saying Nebraska back then was a lot better. We were a lot worse, so we were getting blown out to Nebraska for a while. We started getting a little better under Kill, but now PJ Fleck has absolutely dominated Nebraska. And I mean, before even Tim Brewster, I remember there was a game at the Dome, or one of the first years at the Dome, in like 1983, we lost 84-3 to Nebraska or something like that. God. I don't quote me on that exactly. I mean, before the 2010s, I mean, our history against Nebraska was awful. It was dog shit.
Especially when they were really good, like winning national championships.
Yeah, in the 90s. Oh, man. I think we played them a few times. I mean, we weirdly played them quite a bit before they joined the Big Ten in 2011, I think in the 80s and 90s. I think it's just because they were a Midwest school and probably easy to schedule, but we got our asses kicked every time we played them. Yep. Up until maybe 2015 when things turned around. So, the PJ owns Nebraska. It's official, and they suck.
Yep. Before we talk about Iowa, I just have to address a tweet I had. This was on Friday at 10:46 p.m. I've been actually asked several times about this tweet throughout the week. It's a picture of 2 vodka Red Bulls, and I said I have 2. Keep in mind this is after a big win, after all the ashtray shots and the fireball shots, and then beers at the game. A big win against a ranked team. Did not storm the field. But we went to Stub and Herbs. I said I have 2 vodka Red Bulls in front of me. And also UND won this night. So at this point, I'm on a high of like I'm untouchable. I said it's a bad night to be the entire band of Borthers series and peanut butter sandwiches. So I was drunk.
Yeah.
And I did quote tweet that with a picture of band of brothers is what I meant to say.
Band of brothers. Yes.
That's how I spelled it. Borthers.
Borthers.
And I think I ate 3 peanut butter sandwiches. So
put it in the Louvre, man.
Yeah.
That was just. It was such a fun game, though.
Oh, so much fun.
Yeah.
Especially like a Friday night game. Vibes are just so good on like a Friday night. Like
I want a Friday night game every year.
Yeah.
Once a year. Especially now coming off of after a Saturday, we had a night game and we won. 6 days later, we don't have to wait a whole week. That just waiting 6 days compared to 7, difference maker.
You just wrap up your work week, a hard-earned week, and you go right to the tailgate lot. Like it's special stuff. It kind of feels like the home opener, where it's Thursday and Labor Day weekend. But
I kind of had those vibes for sure.
Oh, we've had to move on from Nebraska very quickly because big week for the Floyd of Rosedale, Jake.
Playing another boring-ass state.
Another boring-ass state. So both teams, us versus Iowa, coming at 5-2. This is not shocking. The over-under is 39 points. Yuck. And Iowa's this is where it's actually crazy because Iowa's favored by 8.5.
I think it moved up to 9.
Wow.
In some books, which is, I'm not surprised they're favored, but you're playing in Iowa, you're playing at Kinnick Stadium, but 9 points, are they someone on crack making this? Like, I mean, the Gophers could totally go in there and lay an egg. They have done that before, but like Iowa, I don't see them putting up a lot of points on our defense.
Well, no, listen to this. So their offense ranks 128th nationally.
It's gross.
In passing yards, and they average 142 yards a game. Their starting QB has more picks than touchdowns. He has 4 interceptions, 3 passing touchdowns. Their starting running back sounds like an absolute hoss, though. He's got 10 touchdowns. So it sounds like, too, their quarterback does like a lot of options with the running back, and they kind of are a 1-2 punch there. So it sounds like if you can stop those guys, you might have a pretty good shot.
Stop the run and just aerate it with Drake Lindsay. Just pass the fucking football.
That's what they did last week.
Yeah, they did that, and look what happened.
Darius.
I think PJ's figuring it out, and I think they can come out of I don't know the last time they won in Iowa. It has to be
the fake
and
we've won
Oh,
once.
yeah. They've been on the
fair catch.
Yes, Cooper DeJean. who
I forgot about
beat
that.
us up on Sunday.
Oh, they're
pissed
still
me off.
They're still so mad about that.
Yeah,
too, the
I know.
Iowa fans.
They're still so pissed off.
Never gonna let that one go. I hope if we do win, it's not a controversial win
Yep.
at all. It's almost like what we did with Nebraska, where it's clear cut win.
Blow them out, so we can finally get past the last time we beat him in Iowa, which was quote unquote controversial. So now we can say, okay, now we beat you officially. Shut up about the fair catch.
Yeah.
We're over that. We're past that. But I think it would be a fantastic, a great win down there. And I see that our buddy Cam has been getting chirped.
Just about to bring this up.
Oh my
No one
gosh.
has more on the line for this game than Cam.
Oh my goodness! I wish we had they've just screenshotted. They didn't even post the full video. They just screenshotted the video. Like, this is the anniversary of this guy or whatever, and the amount of shit he's getting. And then I think Cam retweeted it and said, "Great to be reposted by Barstool Incest."
Yep.
And that just triggered a bunch of people. He's getting jokes thrown at him, and then people aren't arguing. It's just created it's a rivalry. So it's gonna happen.
He's certainly at the forefront of it. I'm really worried for what's going to happen to him if we lose.
We need to win for Cam's mental health. We
Yeah.
need to win.
I mean, dude,
He's already getting ripped to shreds or
Yeah.
ripped apart on Twitter. He's loving it, but I mean, it's gonna get really bad if we lose.
It's gonna cut deep. So.
I've been in these trenches before, specifically the 2023 NHL playoffs when we played the Dallas Stars. I've risen to this level and the depth of this shit talking, and if you lose, you're in trouble.
Yep.
Because they're never going to forget about it.
No.
They don't.
Just
I saw every slur thrown my way. I saw all the someone AI generated a video of Cam blowing a load of corn. Mm-hmm. Or sorry,
Really?
an ear of corn. Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. They created
Yeah.
the AI video, and he's like sucking on a corn.
I don't know if
corn.
has anyone checked in on any of the Hawkeye fan pages on Facebook, because I know they were having a field day
Oh
with
my
that.
man, dude, it's
right
circulating crazy. But it's like, you know what? In the end, it's a rivalry, and two, Cam, you kind of asked for it. You know,
Yeah.
you we not only did a Who Hates Iowa chant video, that'd have been one thing, but you went up to the camera and said, "Fuck Iowa."
Yep.
And then you went back. It's like you're just gonna it's the shit you're gonna get. You know, I've gotten
Yeah.
shit on social media, and people
Yeah.
never let it down.
But on the flip side of it, though, if we win, it doesn't matter. He can be like, I don't care how ugly I am, or you can throw all the hate you want at me. I got the pig.
Yep,
You're gonna have to come get it now.
exactly.
So, but yeah, if we do lose, he is in twice as much trouble.
He's in for one, but yeah, I'm thinking though, if we win, could we be ranked? We got one vote in the AP poll. We received one whole vote. Shoot buck. We got a shoot buck.
It's like one of those memes where it's like the voter and it's like PJ with a wig and a mustache.
Yeah, yeah, you can almost do that. But if you are receiving votes, even a vote,
It's a good sign.
it means you are actually probably in the top 40 in the country. I mean, I'm not like, that's just not. I know it looks stupid in terms of the top 25 and receiving a vote. There are, I think they show like 8 or 9 teams receiving votes, or maybe 10. I mean, there are 120 teams not receiving votes. So you know what? We're flattered that we're receiving a vote. So I think if they win, it'll be very close. I could see them, if they beat Iowa on the road, we probably would be like number 24 or number 25, potentially.
Yeah.
So that would be awesome. I know we'll be watching in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Correct.
So if there's anyone actually tuning in or listening, we're going to be in Scottsdale this weekend. We'll be watching the Vikings game on Thursday in Scottsdale. I think we're going to be at Boondocks. Or
I think
don't know what it's
there's
called. There's got to be a Gopher bar.
Here's a little behind the scenes. I think there's definitely a bit to be had where Coach Hawk thought he was getting on the team charter and
Yeah.
they sent him to Scottsdale.
I love that. I
Like,
love that.
go drink down there, dude. Get out of our hair.
Yeah, I'll definitely bring. I don't have the white shirt, but I have a polo.
Buy one. Go buy.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we are ranked, that'd be great. Then we play Michigan State, so you'd hope you hold your ranking, and then you play Oregon,
Yeah,
and we could very well lose it at that point.
you could. Hey, Oregon, we have another redemption against the top. We can redeem ourselves after the Ohio State disaster.
Indiana beat Oregon. We could.
Yeah, I think we can beat Oregon. Yeah.
Only like
Yeah.
one of the Iowa, by the way, did almost beat Indiana. So the Big Ten is so weird this year. Like, obviously Ohio State's a juggernaut. Indiana's a juggernaut, but like Iowa is they've definitely been knocking at the door. The Nebraska was knocking at the door, I'd say, until last week. The Gophers, as of recently, are knocking at the door. So, and Wisconsin seems to be banned from the house.
They're
at
just
this
done.
point. They're so fucking bad.
They're horrible. And
It's so awesome.
And like their athletic director of the university came out and said, we're sticking with Luke Fickell and we're going to put all of our resources behind him to build the program. You've scored like 6 points in the last 5 games.
Insert
What are you doing?
The quote graphic from Keegan Bradley after day 2 of the Ryder Cup saying we're sticking to our plan.
Oh my God.
guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but look at Discord and what Brucey just sent. It's urgent.
Oh no.
Is this related to the current topic?
Can't see.
It is a previous topic that just passed up, but
Uh-oh.
Oh, I've seen that. Yep. I saw this. Someone sent this to me.
What is this?
It's someone AI'd Cam as a walrus.
Oh no.
This is getting crazy.
Oh no.
Yeah, we need a win on Saturday.
Yeah, this
For the sake of Cam.
this is bad.
This is
You might
getting
as well show the live stream the corn one. Oh yeah.
yeah, pull that one up.
I can pull it
It's Cam is getting obliterated right now on social media.
You know what?
tough
But
skin.
he's holding up.
He's taking it well.
Yes. Yeah. I just know in the past
He's
he
either
already
taking it
passed.
well
over.
or he's crashing out. I'm not sure.
That's what I'm worried about. Is I've seen some of the stuff where
If we lose, we might not hear from him for maybe a month.
he might not attend another Gopher football game the rest of the year, which would be unfortunate because we love Cam.
I like it though.
But,
Push all your chips in the middle.
but I would go with a route of that. I clearly have they're living Cam is living rent free in these Iowa
Yes.
fans' heads. Like they're actually obsessed about it. But then again, that's the internet. They're gonna run with this.
Especially on a rivalry.
If we saw an Iowa fan doing something like this, saying they hate the Gophers or something crazy, we would be just running with it as well. So it's a rivalry. We're playing for the Floyd of Rosedale, the pig. So when Cam puts out a very viral video like that, they're never going to let it down.
Stakes have never been higher.
Stakes have never been higher. Win this for Cam.
Yeah, for Cam.
So
All right, from one rivalry talk to another. You want to talk a little recap? We'll go for UND.
sure, yes,
So they split.
they did.
Long story short, I will be staying in what I've decided will be Stub and Herbs
Really?
for 13 hours on Saturday, November 8th. So they open, I believe, at 11 a.m., close at 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. And every beer I drink is a half hour off of my time.
All right. Half hour off. Okay, that's.
I've actually had a lot of both UND and Gopher fans who want to know the time and location so they can buy me a beer.
nice.
So this sounds like it's basically just turning into my 21st birthday all over again.
This is just
at
going to be
point.
fun.
It's just people going to be buying me drinks, which is great.
Yep.
You guys are invited if you want to come.
Yeah, November the 8th. Yeah.
I would rather not sit with my own thoughts for.
I think you need to sit with your thoughts.
It's going to be a Gopher bye week too, so there's just no Gopher games.
It's
So,
perfect.
I mean,
it's,
there'll
it's
be
the
people
perfect
out.
weekend for it.
There'll be people out. We could cap the night off at Sally's.
I want to support a bar on/near campus, so I
Stub and
thought
Herbs is-
Stubbs is a good spot.
Seven Herbs is an awesome bar,
It's a
by the way.
staple.
It's a great spot. Like if you don't want to go into fucking Sally's and borderline almost get
Go back to chemistry class with the high schoolers.
yeah, like literally avoid trying to become like a sexual offender.
Yeah.
because there are young people in that bar. Seven Herbs is the better spot. So
Yep.
yes,
Especially for us older folk. If I was in college, I'd be all over Sally's. But
Sally's is good earlier in the day or pregame stuff, but yeah, it gets a little rough later.
so
day.
Friday night, it felt like North Dakota was gonna steamroll the weekend. I know this is a younger Gopher team. I did have a lot of Gopher hockey fans saying like, it's embarrassing you can't beat this team. This is the worst team we've had in years. UND also has a lot of freshmen. They also have 17-year-olds from the CHL. So I wouldn't say we are, at our peak either. But this series might just split until the end of time. I think at this point, no matter how good a team plays on Friday, the other team's going to say we can't get swept and go home empty-handed. They're going to rise to the occasion and play better Saturday night. And I should just never have bet on a sweep because it's just never going to happen.
No,
I think it hasn't happened since 2019.
Like against the Gophers specifically, or
Yeah,
in general?
UND swept in 2019.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, we probably could have set up the bet where if either of our teams sweep, you win the bet, but if it splits, then we both do it.
Which that would have been better. But I also wouldn't have felt good doing that because UND was the better team.
They were favored. I thought, especially early on in the game Saturday, I'm like, they're gonna get swept. And this is exactly what I was fearing. But then the Gophers kind of turned it up, and it was just both games were kind of close, like halfway through, and then one of the teams turned it up on both nights.
Yeah.
UND ran away with it on Friday, and then Gophers ran away with it on Saturday. It was just
It all started
for
with
an
that
overtime game, but-
that shot from the blue line where it like trickled through the goalie's 5-hole.
Yeah.
Through Homer's 5-hole.
Homer Simpson.
It felt like it was in slow motion because you saw him catch it or put his body around it, and then you saw the puck squirt out the back, and it felt like 2 minutes long when that puck slipped into the net and it was a goal. That seemed to just take the life out of North Dakota. From that point on, they basically just pooped their pants and didn't do a single thing. A couple more empty netters later, and it's a 5-1 final. Just horrendous. But I bet, Gopher fans seemed happy. The only other observation I had from the series was there was just so many penalties on both teams.
Yep.
It just felt like the whole fucking weekend was a Proceed power play, which is the sponsorship on power plays. And I'm not a farmer, but I may never use Proceed ever again, or if I ever did become a farmer, because I just got so sick of seeing that activation used.
Yep, because there's just
So many power plays.
Yep. Proceed power play.
Yeah.
So it's for and how many power plays did UND have on Saturday? They have quite a few opportunities, or is that more on Friday?
No, they had a lot on Friday. I think they had at least 3 or 4 on Saturday, less than the Gophers.
Okay.
The Gophers had, I feel like, more power plays on Saturday, but
it just kinda was
but
the
UND
game of
didn't
penalties.
they didn't take advantage of them either. They only scored 1 goal, which is fucking embarrassing. After the performance you put up on Friday. So, yeah, I'm just gonna drink by myself, and I'm trying to think. So if I have 8 beers, it's 4 hours off the time. That's like 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's very doable.
Yeah. No, that's and you'll probably drink more than that.
What
too.
if they're pounders? Maybe an hour.
Yeah.
Because I think if you get like a Coors Light, it's in a can and it's a pounder at Stubbs.
Yeah.
I think maybe an hour. But if you get a pint,
What about a shot?
I think a shot should be an hour because that could be a slippery slope.
That could be, I guess. But then again, you could just pound.
Well,
I don't
Jake,
wanna-
think-
I don't
Jake,
wanna-
I think you should have a say.
I don't
want
want
have a say.
I don't want to fall asleep here. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey,
I'm a 28-year-old man. I'm not a fucking college kid anymore. I do not need to be passing out in my own vomit on the bar top.
I feel like you're just being a little bitch right now.
I'm 100% I'm being a bitch. I'm the one doing the punishment. Of course I'm being a bitch.
Yeah.
Although I will say there are worse things to spend your Saturday doing than sitting in a
it-
bar all day. I've done that anyways, just not with the time constraints.
Yeah, you're actually gonna have fun. I bet.
I probably will.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have a great time.
People will swing through. It'll be fun. You'll turn into one of the locals.
Yeah.
You'll feel what it is to be a local at a bar and just spend your entire day drinking.
Yeah.
Be like Ray from Trailer Park.
I
can-
definitely stayed at Tom Reed's.
Can you
close
please get
for an
a
open
printed
house.
receipt of
Yeah.
this time? I think you have to. That'd be sweet. It's like a scroll.
Yeah, it's like the Boston Bruins Stanley Cup receipt.
Yeah.
It says Coors Light 1x64 on it.
Thomas says each shot of Merlot is an hour and a half off.
Merlot, is that wine?
Why don't you try some?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be there long enough. You can dabble and try different things that you never tried
you gotta
before.
be careful mixing, though.
Yeah, you're right. You do. You can't just be pounding wine and
This is gonna be like supersize me. I'm gonna need to consult a doctor before this.
yeah. You should consult the doctor before, and then the next day go to the doctor and see how your body changed.
Yep.
Blood pressure, everything. It's like an experiment. If you sit at a bar all day, does it make you healthier?
Yeah.
No water.
Where's the lab coat and everything, like Bill Nye?
You should do it where like if you drink water, it adds an hour.
Every piss adds an hour.
Yeah.
So you have to like piss your pants.
Try to hold on. I can't break the seal. It's
Dude.
good practice.
There could be some devious rules we could throw at. It's not really up to me, I guess. I also am not going to let the Gopher hockey fans determine the rules because they're just going to punish me worse.
They're gonna do some Mr. Beast shit. You got to stay in the bar for 7 days without leaving, but you don't get any sort of monetary, reward.
Yeah. Yeah, like you gotta
careful.
pay in only coins and just deal with the embarrassment of that at bar close. That'd be horrible.
Only in like nickels and shit. Oh, that'd be rough.
It's like when someone shows up with a 5-gallon bucket of pennies to pay a parking ticket. Like you have to do that, so that like everyone just stares at you and is like, "What's this guy's problem?"
It's legal.
All right, let's move on to the Wild while we're talking hockey. I guess anything else, Jake? The only other thing I got to mention, I guess, on this was Saturday was a really bad night for me. I stayed in, didn't go out. This was the order of operations for my night. I started by finishing the Ed Gein docudrama,
Okay.
which
Yep.
makes you feel like fuck after watching. Watched North Dakota lose, and then I'm like, okay, at least the Wild are playing. Watch them lose in overtime. And then I proceeded to say, well, I guess I'll watch NHL Center Ice, episode 1, which made me relive losing the Four Nations. So I was a big-time loser on Saturday.
Very depressed.
Felt like
That's a
absolute
very-
shit by the end of the night.
That's very, very rough.
Yeah.
Very rough night.
Yeah, probably swung and missed with some girls on Snapchat, probably just
Just added
just
salt to
when
the
it
wound,
rains,
man.
it pours, man. Just a real tough existence. But
Goodness. At least you probably got more than 2.5 hours of sleep.
I did sleep good.
Friday into Saturday.
I felt good for the Vikings-Eagles game, which was also a loss.
Why did you not, Jake? Did you not?
Did I not get any sleep on Friday into Saturday? Not really.
Oh,
I
After
that?
after we won and beat ranked Nebraska,
after
for
we beat
PJ to go
Nebraska,
7-1.
did not storm the field, but
Nope.
I think those ashtray shots were still getting to me, but I still went to Stubbs. Bounced from there. Thought I got home at midnight. No, it was like 1 or 2 in the morning. My alarm went off at 4:30 and went pheasant hunting from till 6:30 till sunset.
So you basically drank till midnight, took a nap, and then operated a firearm.
Pretty much. I mean, but I will say, by the time I got to hunting, I was very sober, but I was very just delusional. But no, I got through the day, dude. It was insane. I can't never do that again.
I mean, at
but-
least you were walking and active. That always
Yeah.
helps. Like being active. If you have to sit in a chair and
Yep.
stare at a screen 2 hours,
Well, if I was like
of sleep,
working,
it's-
it'd be a different
it's
story.
absolute hell.
No, it was nice because walking was nice, but walking you walk through some thick shit sometimes. But by the time noon or 1 rolled around Saturday, I was better. But
Yeah.
that never again.
Yeah.
That was rough, but it was fun.
For sure.
Good. It was worth it after watching the Gophers piss pound of Nebraska. So
Yeah.
we're good.
And then Gopher Hockey won that night for you. You had a good day.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
Unlike yourself, you had a little more depressing night, but
Yep.
whatever.
I should have just taken it out on a dead body and just wore her face. At least that's what I learned from Ed Gein.
It was satisfying to
I'm gonna
him.
clip
It
that.
relieved a lot
Yeah.
of stresses for him or something. So
Yeah.
you should have did the same
I
thing.
believe everything I see online.
Media does affect you.
Yeah. All right. Moving into the Wild. So, obviously, if you guys listened, our Wednesday edition of more of the hockey edition of 10KTV is every Wednesday with Zuch and Veach. So I thought that was a great listen last week. Make sure to listen to that every Wednesday. They'll go a lot deeper into hockey. They'll probably talk college.
Yep.
I'll probably get roasted for believing UND was going to sweep. That's totally fine. But at least just some storylines with the Wild. Vladimir Tarasenko finally scored.
Good for him.
The second line finally scored. Maybe the first goal of the year for them.
Yep.
that's not good.
So it's good now.
Well, it's good that they broke the seal.
Yeah.
Okay, we're only 6 games in. There's going to be a lot more.
What else do you have to say?
I guess.
He's wearing a big old fucking Blackhawks jersey.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
feeling
Come
pretty
on.
good.
And a
I'm
Blackhawks.
feeling
Bedard
pretty
hat.
good,
What
boys.
are the Blackhawks doing right now? Are they doing anything?
They're
Just
like
take a look at the
4-3.
standings right now.
Okay,
If
well,
you try to
let's
pull out
relax.
that we're winning the Central.
That's
They have 7.
6 games in.
They have 8 points. We have 7 points. Okay, this is way too early to call like any sort of
It's already
political
insufferable,
election.
and they're not even
no, not at all.
Back
Is that
yet.
good? Well, they scored. It's better than not scoring.
Just wait until the month.
Sarge?
No, that's usually not a good thing when your sideline doesn't score the first 5 games. of the
No,
year.
it's not. And
But they
their
did.
5-on-5 scoring is still a problem, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Really bad.
It's very frustrating. You cannot. You can maybe make the playoffs struggling to score 5-on-5,
Yeah.
but you're not going to win in the playoffs
Yeah.
doing that shit. And they've done that so many years, you know.
It's good that you can score when the other team is down a player, but
Mm-hmm.
you need to be able to score when they have all their players.
Right.
That's
I know.
It's a Booger McFarland style
Yep.
quote there.
Yeah, or John Madden or whatever.
Madden.
Like, you need a player on the ice with a stick to put the puck in the net.
You need a goalie in front of the net to stop the puck.
Yeah. Yeah. For it to stop from physically crossing the goal line.
Foligno also had a fight with his buddy
Mm-hmm.
and former teammate Nick Delorier, who credit to Nicholas for still having a job. I didn't think he'd be in the league still. But, I mean,
didn't think
this
so
is his
either.
role. He fights, he bleeds, he laughs at it. He's a complete psychopath. And Moose actually had a really good quote. He kind of talked about how he's off to a slow start. I believe he hasn't even scored yet, but he's had some really good chances. He said, quote unquote, sometimes you need a fight or just a punch in the face. And he said this via Joe Smith in The Athletic. I just love how different hockey guys are from pretty much any other person on planet Earth, maybe outside of like a military person.
Yeah.
The fact that getting punched in the face is what you need to figure out your game is hilarious.
I know. Knock some screws back, you know, to figure things out. No, they're the Delorier, like they always talked about growing up that, you know, from when I grew up was watching hockey was that, you know, two guys will get into it on the ice, they'll get into a bloody fight almost, and then they'll be having a beer with each other at the bar after the game. And that's what Foligno and Dolores, I should say, are doing. That just that sums up hockey. You know, the emotions run strong, and sometimes these players just need a punch to get them
Well,
going.
and Delorier is such a like seasoned fighter, kind of like Ryan Reeves or like even what kind of Patty Maroon was as well. Like so many people are scared to fight him that he doesn't really get enough fights. So that was probably a match made in heaven. Foligno's like, hey man, do you actually want to fight? And Delorier is probably like, oh yeah, no one fights me anymore, and this is what pays my bills. Foligno's like, great, because I need to figure something out and I need to get a jump start on it. So hit me in the face.
Yeah, hit me.
It's like Happy Gilmore in
Yeah.
the batting cage.
Yeah, right. I want you to hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What am I thinking? What movie else am I thinking? I want you to hit me. Hit me. I don't know.
Step Brothers.
Yeah, Step
Punch
Brothers.
me in the face.
Yeah,
Punch
yeah.
me in the fucking
Yeah,
face.
punch me in the fucking face. That's exactly what Foligno's wants in that case. Like, I'll punch you in the face. Okay. Oh my goodness. No, I think it's that's what you gotta love about hockey. But no, yeah, I didn't think Delorier was in the league either. And I'm like,
No.
what is he doing? Okay, but
Revo plays for the Sharks. I don't know if you knew that.
I
He's still getting paid.
still just bouncing around the league. And Patty Maroon retired, I think,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, he's an analyst now.
He's an analyst. Good for him. But no, you gotta Delorier. Yeah, people like Delorier. You know, they're a dying breed. I
Yeah.
feel like in the NHL.
Really.
You know, you'll still always find those guys. You know, but I mean, over the last decade and 20 years, since even when we've been kids, I mean, hockey has become less violent, and that's not a good thing.
Even
It
though
needs to be violent.
I believe all of those fourth liner deaths were combined and reincarnated to create Matt Rempe, because that guy's an absolute psycho. Remember last year when he was getting suspended so much that they looked at like banning him from the league?
Yeah, which you can't do. Like, you're gonna lose half your viewership at that point, at least on the Rangers side
Oh
of things.
my God,
But
they're so bad. By the way,
yeah.
rumor today from Frank Saravelli, the same guy who was
Oh.
rumored that
let's
Kirill Kaprizov was gone. Panarin is now rumored to likely be traded to the Wild, or a trade target could heavily be the Wild because of the connection with Kirill and the Russian
Okay.
thing. The irony in this is that Rangers fans took Kirill being traded and made all of those AI edits of Kirill and Ranger stuff. So now we're on the flip side of it. So
Now-
how the turntables have turned.
Now, how the turntables, now we're going to do it, but we're going to do it even harder.
Yeah.
We're going to do it even more now, where
Yeah.
we're just going to put out so many fucking photos and AI photos and maybe even videos of Artemi Panarin in Wild uniforms to the point where they're going to
Artemi
get.
Panarin like hanging out at Tom Reed's.
Yeah.
Hypocrite.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well,
No, we're just retaliating, Sarge. Come on.
we had to do, dude. We had to deal with this shit for like 3 weeks. I had to see him in a fucking Blackhawks jersey. You want to know what that did
I
to
wanted
me?
to pry my eyes out.
I would have stopped watching hockey.
I saw him in a Carolina Hurricanes jersey. What Florida Panthers? What?
No,
Like,
it was never going to happen.
We're
And
doing this more out of retaliation, not
this may
because we
never
actually think it's
happen
going to
either.
happen.
But we got to hang on to this rumor now and use it.
Rangers fans legitimately thought it was real.
Yeah.
How does he look in a...
They're like, well, we already have 2 other Russians, and I'm like, yeah, we have like 4 of them.
Great. Yeah, we have some on the up and up, too, like some young guys. Why would he go to New York?
Right.
You would never go to New York.
That
So
would never
we're doing it out of retaliation. We should do first look of Artemi Panarin in Wild jersey. You might even get Wild fans on our side that are going to get upset by that. Like, don't want them.
Not worth
or
it.
like, not worth it. Not happening.
But-
this is not going to happen.
But we're gonna get into a whole other thing with that. That's a road we won't even go down. Speaking of though, the young guy Yurov scored his first goal,
He did.
and did you see that he called it?
Yep. He was. What did he say before? He said to Kaprizov's agent,
Yep.
or no, Igor Shesterkin's agent. They
So
both have
this-
the same agent. Yeah. Something like that.
That's the Panarin rumor. Yeah, he basically said that he was out to eat, I believe, with Shesterkin or no, let me just find it. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm gonna butcher this.
Well, he was out. He was out with his agent, or it's Igor Shesterkin's agent. They shared the same agent or something like that.
Yes, and he said, "I'm gonna score on Igor tomorrow."
Yeah, you
night."
tell him that.
Yeah.
Or something.
I'll
And-
find it.
Yeah, find the exact quote. But he told I think it's something along the lines. He told his agent, which is also Igor Shesterkin's agent. I think we established that I'm going to score on him. Tell him that.
Yeah, so it says, God, I exchanged a lot of tweets with the main account. Oh, there's a lot of Cam in there.
A lot of Cam going to be in there for sure. No porn, folks. No porn in our Twitter DMs.
This is bad. This is bad air.
I mean, I thought it was on Joe Smith's Twitter, wasn't it?
I think the Wild tweeted it.
They might have tweeted it, but I might be. I thought I might have saw Joe Smith. Or I mean, I saw it on like
Did
Instagram,
it get
but I think
deleted?
he probably. I'm gonna check Joe Smith's Twitter so we can get the official shit on
I
this.
think it got deleted because I definitely quote tweeted it from the main
Okay, so right here,
there
Joe
you
Smith reposted. I told them I'll score on Igor. Danila Yurov's first NHL goal was a special one, a game winner at the Garden.
Oh yeah. I had dinner with my agent.
Yeah.
He's also Shesterkin's agent. I
Yep.
told him that I would score on Igor. Okay, not an electric quote, but I just at least wanted to get it right. So that's great. And I also saw a very interesting story from the Empty Netters podcast.
Yep.
So they had a guest on. I couldn't find the girl's name who was being interviewed, but the clip starts with her saying, "I helped get Yurov drafted."
Okay.
I was like, "What?"
Okay.
I was like, "I gotta watch this whole thing." So this girl apparently got a DM from a verified account that was Danila Yurov, asking her for nudes, just straight up. And she was like, "This is crazy. What the hell?" She's like, but she could tell by the way it was written that it was like a bot, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you can usually tell when
Yeah.
it's fake. But it was like an account that had been posting stuff with like him in pictures, and it had like 5,000 followers, and it had a check mark, which is easy to get now with Meta verified. But then she did some digging, found his actual Instagram account, which only had like 300 followers, and he never posted on. She was like, "Hey, there's this account out here like impersonating you, asking women for nudes." And then apparently he responded and goes, "Yeah, I've heard, and it's getting me in trouble right now." So apparently the league thought it was his real account and said, like, "You're not going to be eligible for the draft. Like, there's an open investigation
bad.
for like sexual harassment." And he was like, "Well, it's not me." So he reached out to her, and they didn't have a relationship. Keep in mind, like they didn't even know each other. He reached out to her and was like, "I need you to write a testimonial on my behalf that like this isn't me and everything." So she had to like write this up, send it to the NHL, and the NHL was like, "Okay, like he's cleared or he's able to be drafted."
clean.
And she like said as a joke, "You better go to Minnesota for this," because she was a Wild fan. And then he gets drafted to Minnesota, and he was like, you know, like kind of made the joke. So anyways, like this girl helped him get drafted, because if she didn't stick up for him, maybe no one would have, and the NHL would have been like, "You're a creep. You're not playing in our league."
Yeah.
So that's crazy. I had never heard that story. The Wild probably did a great job of burying it, I would think, just because, you know, it could be interpreted as maybe him having that kind of behavior, but it clearly wasn't true.
No. That's cool.
Wild story though. I just had to share it.
It's a wild story for the Minnesota Wild. No, that's incredible. I'm glad that she like reached out to his like real account
Yeah.
got that figured out. To just confirm and verify that, because like, dude, in the age of the internet, like I'd be terrified by that. That's got to happen to so many other players with, especially on Twitter now. With you can get the check mark and accounts impersonating people.
Yeah.
So
Especially him,
yeah.
Instagram's not going to go after a Danil Yurov impersonator because that's such a niche. At least, especially before he went to the NHL. At that point, he was just a 18-year-old from the KHL. Instagram's not going to care if someone's impersonating him. But speaking of prospects and whatnot, are we giving up on Liam Ogren?
I mean, was he even playing yesterday?
He got sent back down.
Yeah,
He scored a goal in the AHL, which is great. His
but,
first
like,
game
I don't-
back.
When you're playing, well, because like Rossi was out, right? So
Yep.
it's like the fact that he's not in the lineup.
Zuki is out till November.
Well,
There's-
Nurko Sturm's
there's
out. That's
plenty of
sucks.
opportunity.
Right. And you're playing. I keep forgetting we have this Ben Jones guy, and I always think I think he's played a couple times or he's been
Yeah.
up. I'm always asking, who is Ben Jones?
And one of the Pitlicks.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
Pitlick that just
I played hockey with him.
yeah, and
few of Pitlicks.
Tyler. Shout out Tyler Pitt.
underrated, dude. That line was kind of fun to watch last night. Those guys were just running around like psychos, hitting people, starting scrums in front of the net. Like they were
Yeah.
playing like genuine fourth liners, which is always fun to see.
I like watching Hinostroza too, actually.
Yeah.
I never really wanted to see him in the lineup because I'm like, oh shit, who's injured? Someone's getting sent down. Like this isn't a guy that I think is ready for the NHL. But for being injury ridden, I know people are like, the Rangers are awful. Yeah, but we have like two Nico Sturm out, Zuki out,
Yeah.
now Rossi out.
He's out. Bogo just got put on IR.
Yeah. So we don't have.
Jiricek is back in the lineup. Like Zibuya Maruki is
fine.
on the second line.
They stepped up and they played in Madison Square Garden and lit it up. I don't care how bad the Rangers team is. They still have Igor Shesterkin.
Yeah. They still have Panarin, Zibanejad, Adam Fox.
Yes.
Like they have pieces.
They
Matt
on pa-
Rempe.
Yeah, Matt Rempe. On paper, the robot, the machine, the Terminator. On paper, the score should have been flipped.
Yeah.
Especially the way the Wild played on 45-14 in
Yeah.
shots. What
Yeah.
a disaster that game was.
I just
Holy
think
shit.
it's just so disappointing with Liam Ogren because he posts the picture on Instagram of him. He clearly gained like 25 pounds in muscle.
Yep.
He was really serious. Apparently, he had a decent camp or at least a good few preseason games, which I guess I've found out in the NHL preseason games mean nothing. Like guys will light it up in the preseason and then not even make the team.
Yep.
Or get sent down instantly, which sucks. But Ogren's just been a bummer. And this is the best opportunity he's had in a while to step up and be on this team with the injuries and all the other young guys. Like, it's just
so many. Yeah,
sucks.
there's so much opportunity.
And
for
to
him
make
to
it
move up.
worse, he gets sent down and lights it up. Like, I don't get it. I don't
There's-
get what's wrong.
You know what he is? He's just a guy he's an AHL guy.
Yeah, he might
he's going to
be.
be one of those
He
guys.
might
I
be.
mean, who was a notorious guy that was in the
Remember Cody McLeod?
Cody McLeod?
Who was in HL for like a decade.
God, I'm trying to think of a name of a guy that was in our system for probably since he was drafted. Probably like when we were the Houston Aeros he's going to be an AHL guy. That's just
I think I hope I'm wrong, and I know there's plenty of time. He is still only like, 21, 22, something like maybe 23. But I would say the window is certainly closing in terms of, and once these older guys, like not older, but like Zuccarello and Sturm come back, like it's going to be even harder to make the roster.
I know.
So
he's losing.
it's
his
kind of now or never. And for the people who say like Johansson shouldn't be on the second line, while I agree with that, I don't know who else you put on the second line at this point.
Johnson said Justin Fontaine.
An AHL, longtime AHL guy.
Yeah.
I think I'm thinking of like
Sammy Walker.
Sammy
Sammy Walker. Well, we traded him, I guess, but he's an AHL guy.
I'm thinking back to like I'm looking up rosters. Jordan Schrader. Remember that name? He was just a guy that would come up, do nothing, and but he was still
One
good enough
game.
in Iowa. And then what was his name?
was
Tyler
still-
Gravik or whatever his name. He was another guy that just felt like he was just always in Iowa or always in the AHL. Never moved up, but good enough to sit down there and make money and live in Des Moines, whatever.
Remember Remember the Brandon Gauntz era last
Oh,
year?
jeez. That was when I was at his game where
they were creating players in the back.
They definitely were. Like there were guys where I remember I was at the game in December where he made his debut, and I'm like, who is this? I was with Zucci. He's like, I don't even know who that is.
Didn't even hear his name in Iowa.
No, it's like what is going on here?
Yeah.
So yeah, Lewin Mogren just might be an Iowa Wild or AHL guy, and that floats your boat.
You
Whatever.
still need it. You need guys down there who can play well enough to keep the team winning, so
he's
that
just
he can
done
help. You basically become like an assistant development coach almost as like a good AHL player.
Yeah.
'Cause young guys who need the experience, who will play on the big team eventually, can play with someone who's capable of playing on the big team. So it's just a bummer. I know he was a big, and I'm not giving up on it. Like I said, I'm not ready to give up now, but it's feeling like
This is his window.
This was a really good window, with how hard he worked in the offseason and
Yeah, he
all the-
became
all the
fucking-
opportunity. He got fucking ripped.
He became Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and then he just literally can't do anything.
Did he get too ripped?
He might have got too ripped. He might
Like Rory or like Bryson. Remember Bryson and like Tiger and Rory? They all got they had parts of their career where they were so puffy and ripped that like they couldn't swing the club anymore.
Yeah, he can't shoot the puck. He can't wind up for a slap shot. He's getting too slow. He needs to be.
Yeah.
It's almost like he should just be a lineman in football.
Also,
Can't skate in the ice, too much body mass.
I have heard that Liam Ogren is a fan of the brand and
Mm.
of Wild Takes. So if he's listening, for God, whatever reason, we hope you work, but
Yeah, we want you to work out. I mean, you fucking ripped, but
ripped.
there's nothing wrong with being an AHL guy.
Maybe
There's just
maybe
not.
get more ripped.
Yeah,
Maybe just
keep
get
getting ripped.
so ripped to the point where you're like a fourth liner who just murders people, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's your role. You don't have to score goals.
Yeah, maybe you go from
hit
being,
people.
you just change your class like you can do in NHL.
The reverse Trennan.
Show.
Trennan lost 25 pounds. Add another 25 next year.
Yeah, change your role. You're an enforcer now. You're not a playmaker. You're an enforcer.
Yeah.
With Foligno, learn from Foligno.
Otherwise, yeah, as we mentioned, Rossi missing like some of the first time he's really missed in his career with the Wild, which is crazy. He hasn't missed a lot of games over the years, which, busts don't miss games.
They don't.
I did like the way Bogo was playing. That's unfortunate, but yeah, Jiricek is stepping up there. And then I guess the only other thing I had was Kirill's family traveled to New York. They were showing him on the camera last night. It's just
Nice.
funny how Russian they look.
Yeah,
Especially his dad. His dad looks like the most stereotypical Russian dude of all. Like if you tell a kid to draw a Russian, like he draws Kirill's dad.
they look like. I mean, what's the vodka over? They look like Bart. They just look like vodka.
Yeah. I
They
actually
look like
do.
they bleed vodka.
I met his dad at a Vikings tailgate last year.
Yeah.
Very nice guy.
Yeah.
Very, very Russian.
Yeah,
So
they're very Russian.
also, you think about like traveling of all places to the U.S. from Siberia to New York City. It's got to be a bit of a culture shock.
That's got to be a lot.
Yeah.
You're going to the
The opposite of Siberia in terms of the people, in terms of the population density, like
This is you're going to a
the buildings.
crazy part of the country, with with all the buildings, with all the different people and craziness that is New York City. It's a different threats in New York City. They're not there isn't bears, but there's still
Well, there are bears. They're just different types of bears.
yeah. Yeah, you're right. In New York, there's different bears.
you get that,
different
Sarge?
bears.
Did you get that joke?
No.
I can't technically explain it. I'd probably be wrong.
I know what you mean.
There's bears in New York City, though.
There are bears technically
Get
in
it?
New York City.
All right, we'll move on.
Move on.
Anything else you got with the Wild? They got the Devils tomorrow. That should be a good one.
Yeah.
And they're back
should
at
beat
home
the Devils.
on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get captain's patch at the game.
Yep.
All right, let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings, which, Adam and Kevin do a great breakdown every Monday if you want a lot more in-depth X's and O's version of that. You can listen back on the 10K TV feed, but we can't go this show without talking about it. I've been saying I wanted a real Carson Wentz game, and I got it. And I got the wrong side of the spectrum of it.
We really did. I mean, we were just dude.
He played the first. This is a good analogy by Sarge. He played the first half of the game like it was 500.
He really did.
500
and
alive.
He calmed down. He made some really bad, like inexplicable passes, and then he figured it out. But then when we still got down to the 5-yard line, we couldn't make a pass. Like, what was that throw to TJ Hawkinson? He's wide open in the end zone. You're throwing off your back foot, but dude, you're making him jump
Making him dive
10 yards to get the ball.
Yeah.
But like I was listening to Barrero, and this is kind of like my opinion, and so he kind of like exemplified what I was already kind of thinking. I'm probably a little more sympathetic for Carson Wentz than a lot of people are out there. I think because like other than like that pick, I mean, he didn't. It's not like he's awful.
No, he was
not a
he
bad
was solid in the
quarterback.
second half. He threw for over 300 yards.
Yeah, he outside of the 20, he plows down the field, he rallies the team, and then we get into the 10-yard line, and then it's like he's a chicken with his head cut off.
And that's also KOC is also cutting off
So,
his head in the red zone.
There's other elements that have gone into it. First off, there were some egregious holding calls. That Blake Brandel holding call where the guy fell in front of him.
Yeah,
and Greg Olson, you
pancaked him.
grabbed him and you got no, dude, he fell.
Yeah.
and then we threw for a touchdown. Like that shouldn't have been a holding. There were some other bad holding calls that, like that, that probably were genuine and should have happened. And there were some instances where the O-line broke down instantaneously, and it felt like Wentz was swarmed immediately. And then before we know it, it's first and goal, but we're from the 20.
He was getting murdered.
Yeah.
He was already questionable coming into the game. Like it was either him or Brosmer.
His shoulder, like he's playing with an injury.
Yeah, and you could really see it on like that throw to Jordan Mason.
Yeah.
Where he like just turned and looked at him and then threw it 4 yards behind him and like 10 feet over his head.
That was a
He's
fumble,
clearly
baby.
like in pain, but like he figured it out regardless a little bit. He's making passes. We just couldn't score. We couldn't score a touchdown. It was just field goal after field goal after field goal, and then the defense wasn't helping because we couldn't tackle Jalen Hurts. We looked like the peewees that go out at halftime and try to tackle the mascots.
Yeah.
Like Jalen Hurts isn't he's not a Lamar Jackson.
No.
Like we're making him like that 3rd and 14 near the end of the game. Like he's just running in circles like it's the fucking circus, and he's putting on his little dance show, and he just throws it downfield. I mean, like we need to get to the quarterback. So I don't know.
Secondary was also breaking down more than normal.
Yeah, just
Isaiah Rodgers didn't have a great game.
did not deserve that.
Did not deserve
racial
the hate.
outrage. Whatever that
No,
was mental
horrible.
illness. That
Horrible.
was that person deserves to be in a psych ward.
That person
Whoever's sending
should
him
that person should have gotten outed so that they could get fired from their job,
They-
which they probably don't have a job. If we're being honest.
This person had to be mentally ill. Reading the messages, like, what are you doing, dude?
It's always so funny when the player responds.
Yeah.
He just goes, "Fuck you," and the guy goes, "Sorry, my bad, bro, but you got to lock in." It's like, no, you can't. What do you mean, my bad? You called him the N-word like 4 times in a row.
And he's like, sorry, man, I shouldn't have done it. He's like, don't delete messages. I can screenshotted it.
Yeah,
so
he's
it's
already
like
screenshotted it.
he'll be outed in some way, rightfully
should
so.
be.
He should be. That's pathetic. That's so dumb.
This one guy on Twitter, I got to give him some credit here. Ryan Wright season, which I agree with. He quote tweeted it and goes, "This is disgusting. We need to be better as a fan base. These slurs should have been directed at Carson Wentz."
Yeah.
Oh,
my goodness.
God.
Yeah, it's
He's starting
frustrating.
Thursday.
Carson Wentz's quote too, where he goes, "I got to stop throwing it to their players." I love
Yeah.
that. Just call a spade a spade.
He's just being real, and
And then he's like, "I got to go hit the ice bath. I'm pretty sore right
yeah.
now."
He's got to be so fucking beat up. Like I feel bad for him in the sense that we're kind of throwing him into this when we have to be when we've said we were rolling with McCarthy and he's obviously injured, but they're more comfortable rolling with Wentz than a inexperienced Brosmer, which I'd love to play Brosmer, but you got to
Or-
probably stick with Wentz.
Or the D show.
Desmond Ritter, I was mentioning before.
Still in the facility.
Dude, I was saying before the show, like, and there was a lot before before Kevin O'Connell had his press conference, like they were talking about Wentz is injured and McCarthy's not ready to go and Brosmer's inexperienced. I'm like, so help me God, if they start Desmond Ritter, I will not be watching the football game.
Dude, if
I
they
will
trot him
not
out
be
there-
watching the Vikings this Thursday. What a disaster! I'd be like, what a fucking carousel disaster of quarterbacks we're going through on a team that is good.
Is anyone who has like really deep knowledge of the team's inner workings have a sense on the purpose he serves on the team right now? Like, it's got to be like his knowledge. Maybe he's a big brain who's kind of helping almost like coach.
Maybe.
Outside of that, I don't know why he's on the roster.
Yeah, other than that, I can't figure it out unless he
Locker room guy.
Like, I guess
locker room guy.
I guess like you build depth at the quarterback position in case it gets worse. Like that might have been the plan. Like it's kind of the same thing with Daniel Jones last year. Now Daniel Jones is 10 times of a quarterback as Desmond Ridder, but it was kind of weird with all the depth we already had that we signed Jones last year, which we actually ended up getting draft picks for that. So that ended up working out. But I would love to know what the plan for Desmond Ridder is and what his purpose. It's kind of like when
What's
you're
your
in a
purpose?
when you're in a group project and you and the rest of the people in the group are like working hard and there's one guy sitting in the corner. You're like, what does he do here? What? Like that's got to be the quarterback room, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
There must have been what's in the chat.
Desmond Ridder.
Johnson said it's for DEI.
DEI. Diversity, equity, involvement.
Maybe
Maybe there's something with that. I don't know. Well,
That-
look at our quarterback room.
that's a
3
theory.
white guys.
that's a theory.
Yeah.
Bring-
There's probably there could be a racial a requirement for
Except
quarterbacks.
it's like you have to have one guy in the quarterback room who doesn't know how to play the quarterback position.
yeah. Yep. And
It's like almost like a Make-A-Wish kind
yeah,
of.
right. They're feeling bad for Desmond Ridder. Yeah, it's a Make-A-Wish or a DEI or he's a DEI hire. Oh my gosh.
But I mean, yeah, Wentz is starting this Thursday. The Vikings fans today took that well. It was pretty expected. It's a really weird situation going on with McCarthy. There's conspiracy theories that they hate his footwork and they think he's broken. I guess what happened today was they gave him like a full workout that they evaluated yesterday, and O'Connell just said he's not ready with his ankle. He might have Carson Wentz ankles, which
But what bothers me is like, and this could be because he's inexperienced and not comfortable with playing him, but like so many quarterbacks have, especially now with McCarthy having had all these weeks to heal, there's so many quarterbacks they put out there and just tape the shit out of their ankles and put them out there and play.
Patrick Mahomes has had a high ankle sprain since like 2021.
He's never recovered.
Every year, there's at least 2 weeks where Mahomes fucks up his ankle really bad, and he takes some Percocets or whatever he does, and they tape him up and they send him back out there.
Yeah.
I think the fact that I don't think we're going anywhere this year. I don't think we're making playoffs. I think, especially with how competitive the rest of the NFC North is and the NFC in general, I know it's so early in the year still, but with the strength of the schedule, I think at this point it's really crucial being able to take the risk that they can with how bad the team is looking to develop McCarthy. And I'm not saying throw in the towel this year, but if we're going to lose, we might as well lose with him so we can get the reps is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it comes down to this Thursday to see what happens.
Yeah.
The Chargers are favored and they're going to be thirsty. They're going to be pissed to get a win because I think who did they lose to last week? They had
Colts.
lost to the Colts.
Lost to Danny Dimes,
Now
former
we're playing-
Viking.
Now we're playing a pissed off Chargers team.
Yep.
So
You know what though? They're beatable.
They're very beatable.
Like I can't figure them out if they're good or not.
Yeah.
And same with the Vikings. I don't
Yeah.
really know if the Vikings are good or not.
Yeah,
still.
Justin Herbert has been very mid at best.
Him and Carson Wentz throw the same kind of picks where it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
What was that? Just throw the ball away. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
Dude.
Yeah, same shit.
That pick Carson Wentz threw first, the pick 6 where it was literally right in the guy's hands. I think he did not know that guy wasn't on his team.
Yeah, was that
So bad. That first pick 6,
the one where he got hit hard?
that was the second
That
one.
was the second one. Oh, that one where he
He looked him dead in the
Tried to
the
go
line,
deep with the
yeah,
ball.
and he just threw it right in the guy's hands.
bro, just throw that away. Yeah, that was rough, man. He just needs to stop. The Pirates game, the Steelers game, and then this Eagles game. They're both had games that had pick 6s, and we lose within 7.
Yeah.
So it's just a little frustrating on
Now-
one side. But just stop throwing those balls, man.
And KOC, if it's 3rd and 1 in the red zone, run the ball.
Throw the ball.
I have a theory on this of why that happens. So KOC was at the big Gopher game on Friday that we did not charge the field. That beat ranked Nebraska 7-1 overtime. Did he spend too much time around PJ Fleck? Does he have what did I write down here? Pagitis.
Pagitis.
where in the most crucial times of play calling, which, PJ has been better, but he's been known to, in the red zone and other places run just the opposite play call of what he should do. Was he around PJ a little too much maybe on Saturday? Because, they had Friday, they probably had a boys moment, talked some ball.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, in that game, I would have felt like if he learned anything, it should have been positive, at least from the Nebraska side. But if he got too much into the PJ sphere, I should say, and got caught a little bit Pagitis, maybe there was a little bit there, where you run the opposite play. I think PJ in the past would usually run the ball almost too much.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He would almost run the ball too much, even if we were like 3rd and 7 when we should be passing the ball or whatever. But yeah, historically maybe there could have been a little bit there, but recently, if you learned anything from PJ, it should have been a little bit more positive.
Right.
But maybe he learned to pass the ball more because that's what PJ's been doing lately. When he should have ran the ball a little bit, especially with Jordan Mason. He's
electric.
The guy's huge. Like he maybe could have got a little more, got a little more out
Could have run
of him. But
Carson Wentz tush push.
Seriously.
yeah, we haven't seen a Carson Wentz tush push yet, have we? With the
No.
Vikings at least. So I think we should. The Eagles love doing it. I'm so done with the tush push.
Or
though.
I guess he's hurt now, unfortunately. I was going to say put CJ Ham in there.
Yeah. No, we're missing
I don't know
CJ
how
Ham.
he got on IR.
Yeah. Well, we're missing CJ Ham too. That's actually huge.
Yeah.
He's a weapon to be used on the field, and we haven't been able to use that.
Force to be reckoned with. So this Thursday, short week against the Chargers. At this point, if you lose, I would just give up on like a Wentz versus McCarthy discussion. Even if McCarthy is 75% good, he's what? We've had him for 2 seasons now, and he's played 2 games. Like that's
8 quarters.
It's not good.
And we've only really seen 1 good quarter out of him, so it's like we need to. If he's the guy, and you put all your marbles into to the point of not, thinking through a backup quarterback situation soon enough.
We talked about all summer.
And you can keep going on about it. You need to.
You got to just double down.
Yeah.
And just start him the rest of the year and be like,
I know.
if he's good, he's good. If he's bad, he's bad. At least we
You tried, I
we
guess.
gave him the time.
I don't know. Yeah, this will be a big telltale game.
All right.
All.
Well, more positive news. The Timberwolves back tomorrow in action on the road in Portland. Shout out to our guy Tyrus, who just pulls these really weird stats. So this is very interesting. Timberwolves are 20-16 all time for season opening games. Now on the road we are 4-12.
Oof, tough.
And home 16-4. So will we lose tomorrow night? Historically, you would guess yes, but also I don't feel like I remember the Trailblazers being a good team.
No, they're not. I think on paper we do win.
Yeah.
We should win to start the year. I know it's on the road, but you're playing the Trailblazers unless this team has some kinks they got to work out earlier in the year. I'm not talking about Anthony Edwards' kinks with the women he in his sex life.
Impregnations,
Yep. But no actual basketball on the court type of kinks they got to work out. If they have a little bit of rust with some of these rookies or other players, I think they should win.
Yeah.
The opening game and start off right.
Speaking of courts, did you know we were gonna have 4 different courts this year?
Yeah, that's right. I just saw one of them.
That's got to be brutal for the guys working it.
That might be too much court varieties.
The Black Trees court.
Yeah.
Sick.
I think they should just do that for the
They should do that
year
that should
round.
be the default.
I believe they have to do an in-season tournament court, which will probably be ugly. The Prince themed, which the jerseys were awesome, the Purple Rain jerseys. I don't get why they have to do a court too every time they do jerseys. It just feels like I know it's an NBA thing and they're kind of extra with stuff like that, but and then obviously the standard court. So yeah,
It's almost too many courts.
it's a lot of courts.
That's just too many. I mean, if the Gophers were doing that for basketball, I would be getting a little irritated by that.
They have to
stuff.
start asking you for more donation money.
They would. Tickets would go through the roof if they wanted to do that. But I love the I saw the classic court, the throwback court with the trees and the old logo. They should just make that the default. I mean, they really should. And then just maybe have, I guess, those other 2 courts. I mean, the Prince one is cool, but like, I don't know. They're going, yeah, that's gonna be a bitch for all the
Yeah,
people
which
that have to
you know
work
what?
on
I
that.
guess, and we don't work there. We're the end user of this, so we don't have to worry about the work that goes into it. I'm just thinking for the poor guys who have to do all that maintenance
I know.
on top of probably concerts and comedy shows and the other stuff that they intertwine in the event schedule for the Target Center. That's just gotta suck.
Yeah, and I know like the tiles and the wood and the court is already probably made, but it would just suck if like, and I know they got to change it out already if there's concerts in between concerts and all that. But it would suck if like they have a little bit of a homestead. They play like on a Tuesday night, but then the Thursday game's an in-season tournament, and they got to switch
Yeah.
out the courts when it's like usually they could just leave it.
Right.
10 years ago, you just leave the court, and so now it's just creating extra work. But
Well, it
if they
keeps
wanna
those
do
guys
that, whatever.
employed. You know,
Sure.
keeps them busy.
Gives them extra money.
So going into the season, what predictions you guys got? I brought 3. I don't know how many. Did you guys bring?
I
3?
brought a few.
Okay. Well, Jake, you start.
So you just want me to go through all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Anthony Edwards will get fined over $100,000. Probably way more. There's going to be instances that are going to be hilarious and funny, but the NBA is just not going to cut back on their enforcement of it. I think we're going to enjoy it as fans, but he's definitely going to get fined a lot this year.
He
Gonna
seems to become more comfortable over time doing it, like to the point where he's just swearing at every press conference.
No, it's getting to the. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Usually players maybe become a little more tame, but no, he's like loving it. He's
the
enjoying
more
it.
he gets fined, the more he wants to do it.
Because he probably gets more viral and he probably makes money through certain other means doing that. So he doesn't care. So
Yeah.
I think he's going to get fined over at least $100,000 this year, if not more. So, yeah,
Okay.
that's my first prediction. My second prediction, maybe a little more serious. I think the Wolves will at least get a number 2 seed in the West.
Okay.
Maybe they'll win 55-plus games.
Yeah.
They're going to improve on last year when they got – how many wins did they get last year?
Well, they started off slow last
They
year.
did, so
but
they-
that's because they shook up, the core of the roster.
They did.
Shipping out Cat, bringing in 2 new guys.
This year, Julius Randle is going to be more comfortable.
If he
in
plays
his
like he
team.
did in the playoffs, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
60 wins. Number 1 seed in the West.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he adapts quicker, because Julius Randle looked like almost a dud,
Yeah.
almost halfway through the season
But
last year,
then-
like we didn't want him to even be around.
But then you looked at it in the playoffs, and like it looked like we fleeced the Knicks.
we did. He
was keeping us in games in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah.
single-handedly helped us get to the conference finals. I mean,
Yeah.
we it obviously didn't matter in the conference finals because Oklahoma City's basically a super team full of young kids, but it still was helpful to see him. So I think the Wolves will at least get a number 2 seed, improve on last year, 55-plus wins. So we'll see how that goes. And then third prediction is just Naz Reid.
Oh,
Naz Reid.
love it.
We're going to get more Naz Reid.
One of my predictions was also Nasri.
Yeah, dude, it has to be. If it's not Naz Reid, what is it? Like, that's the best. That might be the best
Oh,
prediction is Naz
that
Reid.
can just be a take. And
That's just a take, Naz
you,
Reid.
You can say that, and people will know exactly what you're talking about.
It's Naz Reid. Yeah, it's like, well, what do you mean by Naz Reid? Bro, Naz Reid.
To other fan bases, it sounds like lazy, like, oh, you just say the player's name. But to us, it's a whole bit. It goes so deep.
It's like a, it's symbolic at this
Right.
point. It means so much more than just a name, It's
Yeah,
a
so
metaphor behind it.
I had Nas Reid as one of mine.
Well, yes.
I'm going to say this. I think Ant MVP.
Ooh.
Okay, I
This
like
is the
that.
year he takes a big step. He came out and said, he's going to win a championship in Minnesota for Minnesota. He also had a quote that was, all I want them to say is we couldn't guard him, quote unquote, we could not guard Shoddy. That's what he wants other people to say.
Yep.
And he knows too that we have to go through the Thunder to get to the championship and to win. So
Yeah.
he knows what's at stake, but I think he's entering his 6th year in the league. I would say he's become more mature, but
Mature?
at least on the court he's more mature.
At least in his playing abilities,
Yes.
yes. But, in the pressers and his attitude around the game, which is hilarious, by the way.
Oh,
From the NBA's perspective, he has become more immature. But for us, it's awesome.
And from the NBA's perspective, like when it comes to the press conferences, the content, I hope he gets less mature because
I do too.
It's amazing.
It's great
Love
content. And I love it, too. I really do.
And to him, it only costs pennies on the dollar. So
Yeah.
Nothing.
not really losing
Nothing.
anything there. My final prediction is that one notable player, debatably a top 20 in the league, will provide us a brickin' for chicken at a game this year, which means he'll miss 2 free throws in the 4th quarter. And it's always great when it's a really good player who does it. I think was in the playoffs. Was it 2 years ago when it was Kevin Durant missed 2 of them, and it makes it that much sweeter.
It does.
Getting free Chick-fil-A, especially when like a multi-time All-Star misses 2 free throws in a row. So yeah, hopefully I would love them to be better in the regular season this year. They were off to a rough start last year, and it was a tough watch. I know we're not the biggest ball knowers, but they are a lot more fun to watch when they're winning, just like any team. I mean, same with the Vikings. They're a fucking bummer right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, just speaking of bummers, I think there's a good transition right into the Twins. We do have a Twins storyline here.
Yeah.
Is that they are interviewing managers, which doesn't really mean anything considering that the team is going to be bad.
That won't matter who they get, honestly. I mean, because like we talked about this when Rocco was fired, that he was probably mostly a scapegoat, not really his fault at all, despite some flaws in how he managed things. But that really had nothing to do with the Twins' downfall at all. It's our owners. So no matter who we get, it might give us a little boost of morale or whatever to the guys we have. But if we have no talent in the end and we're not paying money, it won't matter. But it's just interesting to talk about who potentially could be the manager and kind of bring a little bit of personality to the team when you're watching them. So
yeah, we might as well get some humor or some content out of it.
Sure.
Have a personality in there. That's why we brought up Gardy's son.
Yes.
Just get kicked out of every game.
Yep. That would be so fun. I mean, you're going to have to bring a show in some capacity to that field if the team isn't playing. So.
Maybe just do a Savannah Bananas approach and start doing backflips and shit.
Yeah, we become the first MLB team to implement Savannah Bananas
marketing
tactics to the team. They bring in like a dance coach to start
choreography for like home runs. Like everyone runs out of the dugout and does like a dance,
choreographed dance, flips.
Kind of like what NFL defenses do.
Mm-hmm. We should bring in Metellus. To help this team. But
Salt. I've seen we've interviewed Nick Punto.
Yep. Classic Twin.
He seems like the front runner. From what I've read. A lot of bench coaches throughout the league, like hitting coaches and bench coaches, fielding coaches, like guys who are looking for a upgrade. I did see this was probably just mere speculation. If Aaron Boone gets fired from the Yankees. Mm-hmm. I feel like he's going to get a better job offer than the Twins, though.
I don't think he's going to want it. He looks like a guy that would vomit at the idea of managing the Twins. He just looks like that kind of
maybe not the 2023 Twins, but like this is beyond repair from a manager's perspective.
He'd be like, "Oh yeah, you mean that team I'm walking in to literally get fired in 2 years?
Yeah.
I'm good."
Like this is probably a role for a guy who is just trying to keep employment. Mm-hmm. Or a guy like a hitting coach who's like, well, I want to be a head coach somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, go do it there. Have fun.
Yeah.
You wanted the promotion. Here you go.
Is Ozzie Guillen still around? Remember
Dude,
him?
I would love Ozzie Guillen. That was such I would think so.
Yeah, he was such a rival. I remember growing up as the White Sox manager, but I loved the Ozzie Guillen Gardenhire rivalry. So like Ozzie Guillen, I think that would actually be awesome. Now I just thought of that actually having Ozzie Guillen. That would just be. Just knowing, like he was kind of our rival growing up, 15 years ago as being the White Sox guy, but that would kind of go full circle that he'd be our manager. So that actually, I'm gonna kind of Google it. Is he still around?
I have a few proposals.
Let's hear them.
Obviously not serious ones, but I have Billy Haywood, owner and manager of the Twins in the fictional movie Little Big League.
Yep.
I know that one was discussed at the deadline about changing ownership.
Yep.
I also have just let AI coach the team because that's basically the way Rocco is running it, right? Look at the numbers, make decisions based on the numbers. Just have AI compile all the stats and tell you, just spit out who to play each day.
Which AI platform? Copilot, ChatGPT. We start interviewing.
Hey, maybe Microsoft would maybe Microsoft or Google would buy part of the team, which could get some cash flow in as long as the team is run by Copilot.
Yep. Oh my gosh! You know what's funny? That'd be.
It's like you remember in SpongeBob, Plankton's wife is like just a rolling TV. Mm-hmm. That'd be like what, like put a hat on it and just roll it around the field. And it's just fucking Copilot.
It's like what they have at Japanese hotels, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You see a computer going out to the mound for a mound visit,
or like Rocky's robot. Happy birthday, Polly.
Yeah. Oh my gosh!
Just do that, dude. At this point, we're gonna be so bad next year.
I saw. Torrey Hunter, another candidate, potentially.
Yep.
I think it's going to be someone who hasn't had any managerial experience
just
before.
to
No one else
boot-
is going to want it this
They're
year.
gonna put a former player in to try to boost ticket sales for the fact that
Correct.
oh, this old player, like I could see like a Michael Kadire or
Like
something.
what the Colts
Yeah.
did with Jeff Saturday.
yeah, they're just gonna do a thing.
This guy has no managerial experience, but people are they loved him when he played. So
What's Alex Rodriguez doing? He could probably actually. He has a lot of baseball knowledge, and he's the owner of the Timberwolves. I don't.
I feel like he would actually be like all
That'd be
jokes aside, a
interesting.
really good manager.
I think he could
I think he
be,
would
yeah.
too.
No time for it or desire because
No, he
I've
likes
seen
what he
he
does.
still does TV
Yeah.
for MLB Network and stuff.
And Fox further in the playoffs. and
Beach says Morneau.
Just
Oh,
I
I'm
would
glad
love
Beach is
Morneau.
tuning in because we had maybe the most hilarious backfire in the Discord right before we recorded. So Veach was trying to dunk on the City Connect jerseys, which you know what?
Oh,
Those
yeah.
are the blue and yellow ones, right?
The ones that look like Brewers.
Yeah,
The
I-
Brewers
I
stuff.
hate
yes,
those too.
yes,
They're so
not
brutal.
good.
He goes, how hard would it be to figure out the Twins record in those hideous City Connect jerseys? And of course, Tyrus is like, give me an hour. They wore them every home game Friday this year, so that helps. So apparently they went 16 and 11 in them in the last 2 seasons, which for the Twins standards is pretty good.
That is, dude, we would take that.
And Veach goes, God damn it, this is not the point I wanted to be making. So if you actually calculated that over a 182 game season, it would be
162,
162, 96 and 66, which
That's pretty good.
playoff
Gets
team.
you in the playoffs. Damn, maybe they should have wore this. Well, because you're basically become the Brewers, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to
look
make
like-
the World Series because they don't do
No,
that, but
no.
you'll at least make the playoffs.
we'll at least make it to the ALDS or however far they made it. So,
yeah.
damn it, yeah, that is not a good point because I think we really wanted to say, hey, in the City Connect jerseys, it's a big reason they lost a lot of games. But no, in fact, it helped us win games.
It was ironic too that they had. Remember they wore them against the Brewers. Like
Yeah,
every time
we
they
were there.
played the Brewers at home. Yeah, it was like
It was very weird.
at that
am I
point
watching?
you're leaning into the memes.
No, it's not a good look.
No,
Yeah, the Twins, just a disaster.
that's probably the last we'll talk about them until they hire someone at this point.
Yep.
But
The last we don't need it. Yeah.
at least it's something. Shout out to our friend Louis Varlin
Making the World Series.
and Barrios is technically still on the
Berrios.
roster.
Yep,
So
he is.
go win, Louis. You know for.
Please.
I've already said it. In spite of the organization and how your whole situation went down, you deserve nothing less than a World Series.
He does. 100% for sure.
It's going to be a hard task
the
against
Twins.
the blank check organization Dodgers. Which,
Dude, it's going to be
if-
really tough.
If they win, if the Dodgers win again this year, like we got to talk about a salary cap.
Yeah.
'Cause this is just going to get really old, really
Yeah,
fast
I
for
just
everyone
don't-
else in the league.
I think they would have to honestly win like another one after this. Before
5
it's
in a
even-
row.
Before they discuss it. I just don't. The way baseball is set up, like it is hard still for team, or historically it has been tough for teams to have repeated success even without a salary cap. Just because that's how baseball is, and players can go hot and cold just like that. But they are signing the best of the best.
Yeah.
And Shohei Ohtani has just been going off. So I think they'll have to win another one after this before they even talk about it. But
For sure. It's just
it is
yeah.
getting old. Will get old.
And I'm not saying the Twins are even close to winning a World Series, but if I was a team like the Brewers or the like who was it last year that they played in the World Series?
Was it the Rays? No, it wasn't the
Astros?
Rays.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's got to be
Don't-
frustrating for everyone else who's good enough. Oh, it was the Yankees. It's got to be frustrating
yeah.
for everyone else
Even
who's
the
good enough,
Yankees.
but has no shot because they're just not spending fucking Saudi type money
Yeah,
on their players. Which
it's very disturbing.
did we talk about the Saudis buying the Twins?
I think we have brought it up in the past
That
for
should-
sure.
I know they're bad people and they've done bad things. That should just happen at this point.
At this point, we have nothing.
This
to
is-
lose
this
with
is your
team.
in.
This team has already been a disaster. This team has already done horrible things to us anyway.
Yeah.
So might
If
as
you
well
pay
be owned
enough,
by
the
horrible
poll ads
people.
will take it. They won't
Yeah.
care about what you did.
Yeah. So if there are any Arabs listening to this,
Well,
well, not Arabs,
princes, like
princes.
people who make decisions.
Yeah, the princes and like the
live
Saudis. Yeah, not
The PIF.
Yeah, just give us. Just buy the Twins.
You can have the Twins.
buy them.
Everything has a price.
Take 'em.
All right. Let's close out the show with a new segment we haven't done yet. The Rage Cage. This is a good idea. It's you basically get a minute. You don't have to take the full minute, but you can just go off about whatever you want. It can be what I know we've gone off about a lot of bad things today, but there's always room for more.
There is always room for more.
So this doesn't have to be related to sports either. So, but it can be.
Yeah.
Jake, do you want to start? By the way, Sarge, did you prepare one too?
I definitely have one.
Okay.
Okay. I
Jake,
guess I have
yeah,
a
you
couple
go.
things, one related to sports and one related to, I guess, non-sports.
Do you want a timer?
Do you need a timer? Actually, knowing him ranting, you should. Yeah.
I should do 60 seconds, but I'd love to.
Yeah.
I should almost see it, though, or else I'm going to lose track.
Well, do it on your phone.
Okay. I'm going to do this.
You do have the
I
power.
should get a timer because I'm an idiot.
That light is throwing me off, by the way. It just
Does
keeps,
it keep switching?
yeah, it
Yeah.
keeps turning on and off.
Stopwatch or timer. So a minute.
All right, do you
Yeah. All right.
know what you know what you're going to talk about?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, we got a minute. All right. Going back to the Minnesota Vikings issue, they totally butchered the backup quarterback situation, and I knew when they parted way from Kirk Cousins that this was gonna fucking happen. And it has nothing to do with Kirk Cousins in itself. It's just going away from a quarterback that you know what you get. Quarterbacks are hard to come by in the NFL, especially from a consistent standpoint. And I don't care. I'm done with hearing. I got through in a debate. I had a debate this weekend about what we would have had to pay him. Blah 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 blah. I don't give a shit about that. It's the fact that I was worried about this shit when we stepped away from a consistent quarterback that passes the ball well, and we're stripped from a quarterback like that. We step away. We have to go through a carousel of shit, even though we have a good team around that, to try to find the good quarterback. It drives me fucking nuts. And now we're kind of in the situation we're at. We're right now because of all that. So quarterbacks are hard to come by, and I'm worried we're going to turn in the 2006, 2007, and 2008 Vikings pre-Brett Favre. And also, while I have 3 seconds left, fucking the broccoli haircuts that the new kids have, fucking horrible. You're literally just waking up and messing up your hair. Horrible haircuts. Fucking bad.
Have you seen the memes where it's like investment bankers in 2040, like when all these
Yeah.
kids are adults, and it's John Hamm as an investor, but he's got the broccoli haircut.
It's like,
And then it says, "Do you want to leave a tip after
Yeah.
he loses all your money?"
gosh, dude, yeah, it's like if I just did this.
Yeah.
I'm walking around like, hey, what's going on, girl? Blah,
Look
blah.
tight,
Where's
dude.
Brecky Hill?
And then they wear their hats backwards, and their hair like
They do this.
falls out of their hat.
They do this.
Yeah,
Like, like it's like some Logan Paul shit.
I don't know,
Bro, what's
yeah,
going
how
on,
that-
girl?
When did that start in like 2020?
I don't know. It's like, when did we stop? Like, my hair, like, I could find out high school, like, especially my sophomore year, my hair was kind of like that, but it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
I just let it grow probably way more than I should have. I'd barely comb it, but no, kids are intentionally doing that. That's like a style. Like, when did this become a style?
It's just lazy, really.
It's lazy. It's stupid. It's really bad. It's a really bad look. It's a
right.
horrible look.
All right, that is Jake's edition of Rage Cage. Sarge, 60 seconds on the clock.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Whenever you're ready.
All right, so the other day I was doing pull-ups till failure, and I fucked up my neck, guys. Dude, I've been doing hot pads, ice packs. This is just the price of getting old, and I'm sick of getting old. I'm sick of my body I'm trying to take care of it by working out, being healthy, and it just comes up and just bites me in the ass. I haven't slept a wink this entire fucking week, dude. It doesn't matter which side. I can't look up right now. Just trying to look at you guys right here, right now, is hurting me. I can only turn my head left. I feel like fucking Derek Zoolander. I can only turn left. Dude, this fucking sucks. Because I don't know. It was the first time I've done, like, pull-ups till failure forever. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm really going to fucking push it. I'm going to get big and strong. Oh, yeah, fuck. No, hurt myself. And so I've been trying to run, big runner. And I haven't been able to run in, like, a week, and it just fucking killing me, and I'm so sick of these little lingering injuries, and I don't know what's gonna go away. But that's my rage cage.
Wow. There's always one injury.
Sucks.
There's always one thing in your body that is bothering you.
Oh, dude, it fucking sucks.
And when you fix the first one, the second one comes and
Yep.
takes over all of
Doesn't
your
matter.
attention. Yeah, that sucks, dude.
yeah, it fucking
cage.
Go
blows.
see our boy Connor Weir's Lakeside Chiropractic. He might be able to fix you.
Dude, he might.
He might.
It actually would be totally worth
He's
it.
fixed one of my shoulders and one of my hips now. So yeah, Lakeside Chiropractic. Check him out.
Beautiful.
All right, I am going to start mine for 60 seconds. That would be 1 minute. That's my new Richmond math. All right, 1 minute counting down. What is the plan with Highway 494? Since I was a kid, this fucking freeway, which is in one of the most busiest stretches of the entire metro area, that runs from St. Paul to basically Edina, Eden Prairie, that has hundreds of commercial businesses, large corporations, including one that I work for full-time on that stretch. And we decided to just take a different chunk of it every fucking year and redo it. And it's just traffic all the time. It shouldn't be traffic because we're trying to make it wider. But when we make it wider, then we go to another stretch and add another exit or redo a bridge, which just adds time. And like, who do I hold accountable for this? Because there has to be as a taxpayer, you should be able to walk into their office and say, "Give me a plan. I need to see a plan because this is impacting my life. I'm the one paying for it, and I'm fucking sick of sitting in traffic and seeing cones and wasting my life basically on this freeway." That's 60 seconds. It's just once they finish one chunk, they move to the end, and then when they finally get to the end, you're like, it's done, right? I'm still going, I'm sorry. They just reset it back to the beginning, and they fix something else in the beginning.
Yep. And it's never ending. I'm convinced it's never ending. I know they put out like some stats where you spend so many hours of your life or years of your life sleeping. If you're a Minnesotan, they should add to that how many years you spend on 494 construction.
Right.
It's absolutely abysmal. It's an abomination. When they're done with something, they start another project. It's never ending. I'm convinced that highway is never going to not have a cone on it or a construction vehicle, or it's never going to not have traffic. I mean, you could go there on a Saturday morning at 7 a.m. when there's no rush hour and there's still somehow traffic.
Yeah,
it's bullshit.
I know, like, I made it a lot back in like 2023, 24. It's 2025. Late 2025, and I'm getting to the point now where I'm actually getting genuinely upset about it, that it just doesn't improve.
No, never.
Despite all the resources, people, time, all the energy they put into that, it's just there's been no improvement.
No, we pay enough taxes in this state. Can we at least get the 494 fixed, please, for the love of
calling Elon? Let's dig a tunnel.
Yeah, Elon probably would have figured this out in 6 months. Come on now.
It's just so fucking stupid, dude.
Dig tunnels, create flying cars. This is getting old.
It makes you wonder, like, think 10 years in advance of where your life will be. I'm curious, like, people are thinking, what will my children be doing? Where will me and my wife be living? How will my parents be? I'm thinking, like, in 10 years, will we have a championship in a major four sport? Probably not. But more importantly, will Highway 494 be, like, clear of the color orange? And I doubt it. I don't believe it. And I'm sure the state would tell you different. By 2031, this will be complete, and it'll be worth it. No, I don't think that's true at all. It's fucking absurd.
I don't care if it finishes in 2031 at this rate.
It wasn't worth
it. Not worth it.
No.
Driving through this, and then we
just do gravel. Let's go back to gravel.
Let's go back to no highways.
Yes.
Back before they had the highway system.
Be a two-lane road.
Just give us a 2-lane gravel
cold
road.
beer on a Friday night.
Yeah, I know. That's what I want.
Fits just right.
Yeah, right. Cornfields, dirt roads, blue jeans, a red pickup.
Yeah, that was a fun episode, guys. We went through a lot there. How long have we been going for, Sarge? Like an hour and a half?
You're about spot on. And hey, shout out to whoever just bought a hat. The hat.
Really? All right. You know what? We'll ship it right now. The Sarge guarantee.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of these? What hat? Oh,
these hats?
Yep, absolutely.
I think there's only like 18 of them left or something, and then they're gone forever.
They're great hats.
Them again.
They are.
They fit well. They're perfect. They're fantastic.
10ktakesmn.com. If you buy it in the next 5 minutes, you'll get it in 2 to 3 days.
If you buy in the next 10 minutes, we'll give you two. No, I'm just.
We'll give you a second one for free.
Hi, Billy Mays here.
Yeah.
We'll give it to you for only 3 easy payments of $49.99.
Dude, Jake, one year I was Billy Mays for Halloween.
can
I
see
did
it.
a whole OxyClean bit, and I got laid that night, and it was sick.
All right.
You should bring it back.
I do it. How I could do it.
Dude, I can
sure.
totally see. I can totally see.
Yeah.
What did you go up to like women at the bar? Hi, Billy Mays here.
Dude,
I got a vodka.
No, dude, what I did is I was waiting at the bar getting a drink, and I would spray off their spot and start cleaning. And be like, hey, just do it like a spiel.
Did you bring
for
like a
them.
spray bottle
I brought
of
a
water?
spray
That's so
bottle.
good.
And dude, it actually
so
worked.
good.
Believe it or not.
That's
brilliant.
awesome.
I actually felt like
Hi.
a smart guy. I was like,
That's
wow, I
a
can't
re-
believe that worked.
I laid
that's great.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Chicago, great time.
You didn't just watch porn that night, right?
No, I
it was
swear.
You
real.
weren't drunk enough where you thought you were in the porn, and then you're like, I got laid.
No, dude, I was like, I think this might happen, so I'm not going to get that drunk. That's
Yeah.
what happened, actually.
Good.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wow.
All
right, good
Great
episode,
story.
boys.
Absolutely.
It was fun. It was a fun show. Make sure to, if you're back at the G Spot this weekend for the Wild game, make sure to get some Captain's Patch. Make sure to buy the merch from the store, 10ktakesmn.com. And tell your friends, your family about us. We appreciate all the support. And from the Tuesday edition of 10K TV, we will see you next week.
Yeah, well, really quick, if you're in Scottsdale
Oh, yeah.
this weekend, we'll be down there.
Yeah, there's a lot of Arizona people
Yeah.
who are Viking fans, Minnesota transplants.
Yeah.
Hit us up. We'll be there.
Yep. Faux show.